All right, I've been sitting on this for a few hours, trying to figure out how to even type this out without sounding like I'm losing it. I don't know if this is the right sub, but I need to get this off my chest before it eats me alive. Last night was one of those moments that flips your whole world upside down, and I'm still reeling. I'm not a writer, so bear with me if this gets messy. I'm just a regular dude, 34, married, no kids, just trying to make sense of what the hell happened. So, yesterday was a long day. I work as a project manager for a mid-sized construction firm, and we've been slammed with deadlines. I got home around 7 p.m., exhausted, my brain fried from meetings and a last-minute issue with a supplier. My wife Sarah was already home. She's a graphic designer and works from home most days. She was in the kitchen, humming to herself, making some kind of stir-fry that smelled amazing. We've been married for 6 years, together for 10, and we're solid. At least I thought we were. More on that later. Anyway, after dinner, I was beat. I grabbed a beer, plopped onto the couch, and started scrolling through Netflix, looking for something mindless. Sarah said she was going to take a shower and work on some freelance stuff in her office upstairs. No big deal, normal night. I must have dozed off watching some random true crime doc, because the next thing I know, I'm waking up to the sound of the front door creaking open. The TV's still on, volume low, and I'm sprawled out on the couch, half covered by a throw blanket Sarah must have tossed over me at some point. I'm groggy, but I hear footsteps. Not Sarah's. She's got this light, quick step, like she's always in a hurry. These were heavier, deliberate. My first thought is, what the hell? Is someone breaking in? But then I hear a voice, low and familiar. It's my brother Matt. A little context on Matt. He's 2 years younger than me, 32, and we've always been close, but not that close. Like we grab beers maybe once a month, text memes, that kind of thing. He's been going through some stuff lately. Divorced about a year ago, lost his job as a mechanic a few months back, and he's been crashing at our mom's place while he figures things out. I've tried to be there for him, but he's been distant, like he's carrying something heavy he doesn't want to share. I figured it was just the divorce or money stress. Anyway, he doesn't usually show up unannounced. We're not that kind of family. So I'm lying there, eyes half open, pretending I'm still asleep because I'm too tired to deal with whatever this is. I figure he'll see me passed out and either leave or wake me up. But then I hear Sarah's voice, soft, coming from the hallway. "Hey, you made it," she says, and there's this warmth in her tone that I don't hear often. Not like she's cold with me, she's not, but this was different, intimate almost. My stomach does a weird flip, but I tell myself I'm overthinking it. I keep my breathing slow, eyes cracked just enough to see shapes in the dim light of the living room. Matt mumbles something I can't quite catch, and Sarah laughs, this quiet, conspiratorial laugh that makes the hair on my neck stand up. They're standing just out of my line of sight near the kitchen doorway. I hear the fridge open, the clink of glass, probably grabbing beers. Then Sarah says, "Shh, he's out cold. Let's go upstairs." My heart stops. Like, full on, I think I might be having a heart attack. Stops. Upstairs? Why the hell are they going upstairs? My brain's screaming at me to sit up, say something, call them out, but my body's frozen. I don't know why. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's denial, but I just keep lying there, pretending to be asleep, while my wife and my brother tiptoe past me and head up the stairs. The house is old, creaky, and I hear every step. They're trying to be quiet, but the floorboards betray them. My mind's racing, throwing out every worst-case scenario. Are they? No, they can't be. Sarah's not like that. Matt's not like that. But then why are they sneaking around? Why didn't Matt just text me if he was coming over? Why's Sarah acting like this is some secret mission? I wait maybe 2 minutes, though it feels like an hour. My mouth's dry. My hands are shaking. But I force myself to stay calm. I sit Renault to move, slow, careful not to make noise. The living room's dark except for the TV's glow, and I can hear faint voices from upstairs. Not enough to make out words, but enough to know they're talking. I grab my phone, mute it, and creep toward the stairs. I'm not proud of this, but I'm freaking out, okay? I need to know what's happening. Our bedroom's at the end of the hall, but Sarah's office is closer to the stairs. The door's cracked open, and there's a sliver of light spilling out. I inch closer, heart pounding so loud I'm sure they'll hear it. I peek through the gap, and there they are, Sarah and Matt, sitting on the floor, surrounded by papers and a laptop. Sarah's got this intense look on her face, and Matt's holding a stack of documents, pointing at something on one of them. They're not touching, not flirting, not doing anything shady. They're working? I'm confused as hell, but I don't barge in. I just stand there watching, trying to piece it together. Sarah's saying stuff like, "This changes everything." And Matt's nodding, looking more serious than I've ever seen him. I catch words like trust, account, hidden. My brain's still in panic mode, but now I'm thinking this isn't an affair. It's something else, something big. I must have shifted my weight because the floor creaks, and they both freeze. Sarah looks up, sees me, and her face goes pale. "Oh my God, Jake," she says, scrambling to her feet. Matt looks like he's about to bolt. I'm standing there like an idiot, still half expecting to catch them in some soap opera betrayal. But Sarah just starts talking, fast, like she's trying to defuse a bomb. "Jake, I swear it's not what you think. Just come in here, please." Her voice is shaking, and Matt's just sitting there, looking guilty, but not that kind of guilty. I step into the room, and Sarah starts explaining, but it's a lot to take in, and I'm still processing. Turns out, they've been digging into something behind my back for weeks. Matt's been helping Sarah look into our dad's estate. Yeah, our dad passed away 3 years ago, left us a small inheritance, or so I thought. Apparently there's more. A lot more. Like a secret trust fund more, set up in some offshore account we didn't know about. Sarah found a weird email in her spam folder a month ago, some lawyer claiming to represent Dad's other estate. She thought it was a scam at first, but she didn't tell me because she didn't want to get my hopes up. She reached out to Matt instead, figuring he'd know if it was legit since he's always been better with numbers than me. They've been quietly investigating, meeting with this lawyer over Zoom, digging through old bank records Matt found in Mom's attic. Turns out, Dad had a whole separate life, business dealings, investments, stuff he never told us about. The papers on the floor, copies of bank statements, legal documents, emails. There's potentially millions tied up in this trust, but it's messy. Tax issues, possible shady dealings Dad was involved in. Sarah and Matt were trying to figure out if it's even safe to touch the money without getting us all in trouble. I'm sitting there, listening to this, feeling like I'm in some kind of movie. My wife and my brother sneaking around, not because they're cheating, but because they're trying to protect me from whatever legal or financial mess Dad left behind. Sarah's almost crying, saying she didn't want to stress me out until they knew it was real. Matt's apologizing, saying he wanted to tell me, but Sarah asked him to keep it quiet until they had answers. I don't know how to feel. Part of me's pissed they kept this from me. I'm their husband, their brother. I should have been in the loop. But another part of me gets it. I've been so swamped with work, and Sarah knows I'm not great with this kind of thing. She was trying to handle it, to spare me the stress. And Matt, hell, he's been lost since his divorce, and this gave him something to focus on. I can't decide if I'm mad or relieved, or just numb. We talked until like 3 a.m. Sarah showed me everything. The emails, the bank records, the lawyer's contact info. It's real, or at least it seems real. The lawyer's legit, based out of the Caymans, and he's pushing for us to fly down there to sort it out in person. There's talk of hiring our own attorney to make sure we're not walking into a trap. I don't even know where to start with that. I'm a guy who manages construction projects, not offshore trusts. By the time Matt left, I was too tired to be mad anymore. Sarah and I went to bed, but I barely slept. I kept thinking about Dad, wondering how he kept this from us. Was he protecting us? Hiding something? I'm not sure I want to know. And I keep replaying that moment on the couch, pretending to be asleep, my heart racing, thinking my life was about to implode. It didn't, but it's still different now. I don't know what's next. We're supposed to call the lawyer today, start figuring out what this money is and what strings are attached. Sarah's already researching tax attorneys, and Matt's talking about coming with us if we go to the Caymans. I'm still processing, still a little hurt they didn't tell me sooner, but I get why they did it, I think. Anyway, I needed to get this out. I can't tell my buddies at work. They'd think I'm making it up or turn it into a joke. I don't want to tell Mom yet, not until we know more. So here I am, dumping it on Reddit because I don't know where else to go with this. Has anyone dealt with something like this? A secret inheritance, family keeping stuff from you, any of it. I could use advice, or at least someone to tell me I'm not crazy for feeling like my world's been turned upside down.